What's going on, traders? So this is the weekly outlook video for November 5th, 2023. Thanksgiving soon. Here we go. And then Christmas. So you all know how that is. These next few months are going to be super volatile and then dead. Super volatile and then dead. And then dead during the Thanksgiving time, Christmas, New Year's. But in between those times, typically we see some pretty big volatility as people are clearing their books and everything's getting squared away towards the year end. So I'd really expect that moving into the next few weeks for sure. So looking at the data first though, you know, this is a little bit calmer, I would say, than this past week where, you know, we had obviously NFP was some huge moves against the dollar. Bank of England, FOMC, Bank of Japan. We do have Bank of Japan rolling over to this Sunday, right? So tonight, this is going to be a pretty big deal, I think. You know, you never know. But lately, these moves and statements out of Bank of Japan have been super big movers, right? So cash rate RBA on Monday. Kind of quiet. I mean, CPI out of China, you got to keep an eye out for. Fed Chairman Powell on Thursday, November the 9th, and GDP on Friday. So in comparison to last week, it's kind of chill, but there's definitely some market movers. So taking a look at where we ended up this past week, I mean, looking at GU here, just closed the week here right at this 86.3 Fibonacci retracement. I mean, this is one of my favorite fib levels, and we're coming into this key area right here for the dollar, right? For the pound. So now if we go down the line here and look at where some of these pairs ended up, you know, across the board for the dollar. Big resistance levels, right? So, you know, against the dollar. So the question is, as we go in later to the week, is this dollar weakness trend going to continue where we see potential breakouts? Now, there's so many economic factors across the board. I mean, look at Euro USD at this very serious level of interest right here. But there's so many economic factors across the board. Israel, Gaza, the Middle East, of course, 2024 election, you know, I mean, that's going to start heating up big time, right? So there's a lot of factors to keep an eye out for, right? So now I do particularly like these pound pairs. You know, GJ, huge rally off the end of the week. Pound New Zealand and Pound Aussie held up on these levels of support here. And GA really, this is just a beautiful retest of this level, this support right here, and held up right at the end of the week. So, you know, if we see this pound strength continue, this could be a really big mover, you know. So this is a pretty textbook accumulation schematic, I think you would say, a Wyckoff pattern that we have going on here. And we really finished the week on Friday springing off of this level of support here. So now you can look at pound CAD, and of course CAD had some really sour data, I guess you would say, but retesting some key levels. So this is a theme across the board from where we finished off last week. And the question is going to be, is this dollar weakness going to continue, and the possibility for pound strength to come in? And when the pound comes in heavy and hot, man, you know, it's serious business. So, and fun trading as long as you're on the right side of it. So that's what I'm really going to be paying attention to this week. And also, speaking of the pound, Bank of England, Governor Bailey speaks on Wednesday too. So that, and then the next day, of course, Fed Powell, right? So that could be a pretty big double header you'd want to keep an eye out for. And so, you know, I think it's going to be a big week, just where we closed off last week. Pretty interesting for the dollar, for the pound. If you look at dollar CAD here, this is an interesting one too, where even despite that data off of NFP, and so you have the NFP data and also super bad CAD data, right? Which everything else was pretty underperforming for Canadian pairs, right? So, pound CAD's a good example, but still dollar CAD just fell through the floor. So we finished the week as well, right on a level of support. So this is going to be something to keep in mind going into the start of the week. So really just across the board, we are super lined up for these dollar pairs and something that we're going to be wanting to pay attention for. So it's going to be a massive week, everybody. Top one, we are gearing up for some big announcements too, rolling in. We just launched your brand ambassador program. We just processed another payout, had some more traders get funded. So we're picking up momentum, picking up some awesome vibes, reviews, and really looking forward to bringing this towards y'all into the next coming weeks and months, and especially into 2024. So let's have an awesome week, everybody. I appreciate y'all, and let's crush it this week. Peace. Happy trading.